Hey, this is Brant from TradeGuild.net. You may be aware, if you read the site TradeGuild.net, that I have a second site going, which is called Wolf on Wall Street, and I'm giving people access to it for 2 weeks for free. Basically, I've got an automated trading system that I've been working on for 9 years, and if you sign up to see the site for 2 weeks free, you'll get to see the returns that the system is generating. I'm going to show you just real quick a little bit of what it looks like. So when we have candles over here that are blue, we're on a buy signal. When they're on red, we're on short, and when they're green, we're out of the market. So we're looking at Omni right here. You can see we had a buy over here. It turned into a short and subsequently turned into a buy. You know, there's other aspects to the trading system. It's not just simply this. I've got custom indicator down here that I've made. And one thing I just want to point out real quick is my use of stochastics. And notice that I'm using really long stochastics. Usually people use like 12 or 14 period. I'm using 100. And I'm doing the same with MACD. I'm using 52-104 for my settings instead of 1226. You get, in my opinion, better results, at least for what I'm doing. First, some of the symbols that are actually in our trading portfolio. I just partnered up with somebody, and we're actually trading this system. And who knows where that's going to lead, but we want to get audited returns. Having back-tested results is one thing, but having audited trades is something else. A few of the symbols that have been in our portfolio: XING, which the system gave a buy signal on 4.9. We got a 28% gain there. Actually, since we've only been trading the system a couple weeks, some of the gains are smaller because we got into the positions, a little bit after the signals. DXO long on 5.4, there's 50% gain there. HANS short on 6.1, 14% gain there. Omni OMNI long on 528 with a 40% gain. And Alcoa AA long signal on 327, that's almost a 54% gain. These are actual trades that are in the portfolio. And I'm going to give you a couple of ideas as well. But I just want to look at USO real quick. DXO obviously is one of the positions in our portfolio that we're looking at probably closing out for a little bit. Not that I don't think oil is going to go a lot higher. It's just I think it's going to pull back a little bit right now. And one thing that is really bothering me here about this rally is the lack of volume over here. And if we zoom in a little bit closer, and I went over this on the last video as well, you can see these small body candles up here, and they're actually stars. This is a total loss of momentum up here, and we've got some big spikes in red volume, some selling there. Looking at my 3C indicator here, let's look at the daily real quick. You can see that there's a huge positive divergence over here. It's a leading positive divergence. So in the long run, I think oil's got a lot more upside. But when we break it down and we look at like a 1 hour, you can see the negative divergence here at the top over here. Here's a 10-minute chart. Let me back out a little bit, and you can see again the negative divergence up here at the top. So it's my feeling that it's going to pull back. I think though that there's going to be a little bit of strength early in the morning. And here's a 5-minute chart of USO, and again at this top you can see the same thing, a negative divergence over here. So USO being the same pretty much as DXO, except double on DXO. So we're looking to preserve the gains that are there, and I think we got something like 24, 25, 28% in that right now. So some ideas that are on the watch list for those of you who are not taking advantage of the free trial yet. Let's look at ATHX first, and this is one that gave a long signal, and coincidentally it's in a big triangle. It's broken out of the triangle with good volume over here, and it's pulled back a little bit. I think this is an excellent opportunity. to buy on the open on Monday morning. Another one is ESLR. Probably a lot of people are familiar with that one. Big volume over here. It's pulled back a little bit. This is given the buy signal, so ESLR is on the watch list as a buy on the open for tomorrow morning. And this trading system always buys on the open the next day after the signal. Here's AIPC. This is a short, and it's given a sell signal, and coincidentally we have a top over here. You can see that it rallied into resistance over here, and it just cannot. It's almost like a wall right there. So AIPC I like a lot short, and another one short, BBND. A lot of these have the opportunity, I think, tomorrow to bounce a little bit. This one, we did get a signal for selling short, and it also happens to be a bear flag. So as soon as it breaks down below this level over here, this thing is going to fall pretty much like a rock. I would assume that's just going to crack right through these lows over here. And next up is NCMI. And interestingly, we got the sell signal on NCMI, and again, this is just coincidentally another bear flag, and this one's actually just hanging on by a thread. It's ready to crack. Now, like I said, Monday we may see a little bit of a bounce in these, and maybe they're not going to be great trades until Tuesday. But this is a long-term trending system, so the stops are a little bit wider, and you got to be willing to accept that risk. So we use strict position sizing, and along with the ideas, I also put the number of shares so you're not over 2% on a loss on any one position. Also notice the declining volume over here in this bear flag, so it tells me for sure that that's a bear flag. And finally, ICA. And ICA is one that gave us a short signal a couple days ago, and you can see how it's broken down below support over here. It's a little bit of a triangle, something we commonly see at tops. And also, if you look at the MACD, this is the long-term MACD, you can see that it's just falling apart as price made higher highs. This is fallen, it's making lower highs than back here. I could also show you just real quick my 3C indicator, and let's look at the daily first. Okay, so the daily, this is kind of a leading divergence over here. Let's look at a hourly version. You can see over here at the peak we got a negative divergence. This is what suggests to me that there may be a little bit of a bounce brewing in this guy. So ICA is actually a limit order for 730, but it may bounce all the way up to 750 or so, up into this area where this gap is. So along with the ideas that I post, I will either put open at market, or I'll put a limit order and a stop. And these are just suggestions. You can look at the ideas and do what you want with them, and feel free to email me and ask about any questions you may have. So go to www.trade-guild.net, tradeguild.net. And my email's on the side. There's a couple charts on the side that show the trading system and show the returns. You're going to be amazed when you see the 9-year returns. More than just having a system, actual technical system, I've found that the watch list makes a huge difference. So I'm working with a watch list of about 130 stocks that have shown a tendency over the last decade to trend well, and those are pretty much what we're working with. So go to my site, shoot me an email, and tell me I'd like 2 weeks free access to Wolf on Wall Street, and I'll set you up. And you can take a look at the ideas and make your own conclusions. We also have the model portfolio there and picks from the past. Alright, this is Brant from tradeguild.net. Take care. Have a great weekend.